Hey folks, it's Steve with Prima Coffee. Today we're going to take a look at the basic sort of routine cleaning and maintenance for a KB90 espresso machine. Now, obviously, daily maintenance is a big part of making sure that your beverages are tasting great and that your machine is going to have a good, healthy lifespan. So we're going to just cover a lot of the basic stuff that you would do day to day working in a cafe. The first of which would be just cleaning your baskets and portafilters regularly throughout the day. All we really need to do is pop out our portafilter, pull out the basket. It'll probably be hot. You might want to use a towel. Pull out the basket, give everything inside the portafilter a wipe down, give the bottom of the basket a good wipe down, get a little hot water as well if you need it, and then get it all popped back together, insert it into your group, and just give it a little bit of a flush just to kind of help rinse everything out. You probably want to do that pretty much anytime you have a slowdown. Just make sure that everything's staying nice and clean. That will help your shots taste great and just as intended. Now, we also probably want to do some plain water back flushes throughout the day. So instead of taking out the basket and cleaning it, we're going to take the basket out and set it aside, and we will need a blind filter basket, which is a basket that just has no holes in it. What we'll do is we'll just pop that into the portafilter, lock it in, and I'm just going to run my semi-auto button for 4 to 5 seconds. What this is doing is filling that basket up with water and creating a little bit of back pressure in the system. And then when I shut it off, excess water is going to flush through the solenoid to help kind of rinse everything out. I can do that 2 to 3 more times just as a precaution to, more or less help clean out the lines and make sure that the excess coffee residue isn't building up throughout the day. At the end of the day, I will perform this procedure with detergent instead. And when I do that, rather than doing this manually, which you could do, the KB90 actually has a built-in backflush cycle. So what I'll do is I will hold the first button and the third button down for a couple of seconds until the pump engages, and now it will run an automated backflush cycle. While this group is doing that, I can still use my other groups, and I can also interrupt it as well at any time. Again, we'll just want to use a little bit of detergent when performing a backflush at the end of the day, or even throughout the day if you are higher volume, and that is helpful to actually remove some of that coffee residue and buildup that gets caught in that system throughout the day. Now, on the KB90, we have, of course, the straight-in portafilter system. These sort of new design to a locking mechanism for a group. Of course, you'll notice that we have sort of 2 rails, a sort of a U-shaped rail that the portafilter slides into. And you'll definitely get some coffee residue accumulating on that throughout the day. You can just sort of shove a rag in or a brush in and clean it out, but there's also a release lever on the back of that mechanism. So if I prop this up with a cloth here just because it's hot, I can hit that release mechanism, and then I can actually drop the whole sort of U mechanism down, which gives me better access to being able to clean it, again with a brush or a cloth. This also gives me great access to cleaning the actual dispersion screen and gasket area, which of course generally get a little bit of accumulation of coffee debris and things throughout the day anyway. So I will be able to much more easily get up in there and clean it with a brush or a rag. I can also remove the dispersion screen and the screw to take them out and drop them into a detergent bath, a little bit of Cafiza, some hot water to soak, which will help loosen any stuck on stubborn coffee oils and small little coffee particles. Definitely do that at least once a day. Once the screen is out, I can also rub down the sort of dispersion block underneath it, which usually also has a little bit of debris stuck to it. So really nice feature in terms of being able to access all that area and clean it out. Make sure that you're getting rid of all the extra, nasty sort of old coffee debris. Finally, steam wands need to be cleaned regularly, daily for sure. To do that, we will take just a large steam pitcher and something like a bottle of milk wash. There's a few different products for cleaning steam wands. You'll just follow the instructions on that. Usually fill up a pitcher most of the way with cold water, add a little bit of milk wash detergent. Place your steam wand directly inside and steam until it's quite hot. It'll make some pretty awful noise, but it'll help break down some of the milk residue on the steam wand and inside the steam tip. And you'll give it a soak for 10 to 15 minutes and then replace that water with just fresh, clean water, steam it again, wipe everything down. And usually that's enough to make sure that your steam wands are not clogging with milk residue. You can also remove the steam tip. Sometimes you might need a tool for this. Sometimes you can do it by hand, but you can remove the steam tip and then open up the holes with a toothpick or a small metal pick in case there's any blockage. Just be careful that you don't leave any, if you're using a toothpick, don't leave any little wood particles inside. Once it's nice and clean inside, give it just a screw back on, and then just about any time that you clean or use a steam wand, give it a purge. So just purge out a little steam at the end just to make sure everything's kind of sprayed out. So there you have it. That is basic maintenance for a KB90. These are the tasks that you would go through in terms of cleaning and maintaining your equipment throughout the day. There are other wear parts and things that we haven't really gotten into here, but this is your just basic daily maintenance as you're using this machine. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more content like this, we've got all kinds of product overviews, comparisons, recipes, events coverage, and more. Feel free to subscribe, like, share this video, and let us know what you think in the comments.